Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, at present, the Australian dollar bulls most likely are enjoying the last few days of 2021 as we see more demand slowly emerging and now getting closer towards that 60-day moving average, which is seen around 72.65.90. As all eyes look towards this level, it is anticipated that we could see a rejection from this area and eventually see a pullback towards 72.05. A slightly weaker US dollar index, which also measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major rivals, has tumbled slightly and now currently trading beneath 96 handle and looks around 95.84. However, there is a little bit of divergence here as the market climbs, and no doubt from the current pattern is that we should eventually see a rejection from this 60-day moving average and, as I say, see a pullback. Viewing the euro, the market shot up to a new December high, which is around 113.65. However, still contained by the level of 114. I do anticipate, though, that as the market is edging slightly higher towards this topside range, the technicals are still somewhat weak. And I do anticipate if we see the dollar index reclaim the 96 handle, then should see a rally on towards 97. This, in terms, will see the euro take a challenge back to the downside and look towards 112.90 to 112.40 and reassess from there. Looking at the dollar yen pattern, we are extremely overbought as the market now challenges these current highs that we saw back here in late November. And from this region did see a heavy candle. And I do feel that although the market is slowly edging higher, that we will see some profit taking soon and see a rejection from that 115, maybe around 115.65 and look back towards 114.80, and a break there would give further weakness to 114.30. Looking at sterling, the market is now on its last target, which is around 135.30 after we recently cleared the hurdle of 134.60. At present, though, the technicals are still trending, that is, from the ADX, and MACD holding a relatively positive indicator, and also getting a little bit overbought, but still from that last move up, reassess from 135.30 and see if profit taking does emerge. If not, then we could see a move up to 135.90 and reassess from there. The CAD yen story, well, because we're seeing a little bit further weaker play to the yen case, has actually just pushing onto this level here, seen around 89.90 figure. Let's see if the market does close above there. If so, then that would see further evidence that the dollar yen can actually rally up to 115.65 and see this market push up towards the region of 90.60.65. After recently seeing a stab at 1,815, this time around we've seen a stab to the downside in respect to the level of 1,788. Nevertheless, the pattern is still somewhat negative, even though that some people may see this as a hammer, but I feel it's more of a hanging man due to the top side of the range, and also the fact is that we could see a weaker play and see a re-challenge of that 1,788. If so, still exposes, if we see a break here, to 1,757 to 64 is where the bulls are harbored out and where we saw this strong hammer come into play here from the Japanese candlesticks. Nevertheless, the pattern is a little bit more weaker into the opening of the European session and therefore could see the downside test. And one thing to note is that as the market is looking to slightly thinner and volatile swings that we've seen in the last few days of 2021, safe haven demand has been somewhat been on the less side, and therefore because of that, I feel that we could see a little bit weaker. And if we do see the dollar strengthen above that 96 handle, will also help towards that downside challenge. And wrapping up with oil, the market has near enough reached its target of 76.50 as it challenges this level. I do feel, though, from a technical point, and especially with the ADX being relatively firm, that we could even see a rise up towards the $80 handle and reassess from there. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.